Welcome to this edition of the CVSR show. I am your host, Jason Phillips. Valley Championships in soccer were supposed to be decided this past week, but Mother Nature had other ideas. Due to heavy rain and what looked like a hurricane in the forecast, 6 of the 12 title games were postponed and moved to this coming week. But we have CVSR soccer analyst Eric Barbosa on the program today to recap the soccer playoffs and give us his predictions on the games that are still to come. You don't want to miss it. But first, it's time for the rewind. We had another big week in Central Section's bread-winning sport, that good old wrestling. Kingsburg senior Marina Doi captured a state title on Saturday, defeating previously unbeaten Mackenzie Bacchick of Bear Creek Stockton in the 101-pound weight class. The state meet was held at the Visalia Convention Center on Saturday. Doi, who stands just 4 feet 8.5 inches, has been making a name for herself all over the world. She won in convincing fashion, got out 5-0, led wire to wire, and finished with a 7-1 decision over Bacchick. This caps an impressive season for Doi, who also just won a section title last week. This is Marina Doi's second state title, and she says she's circled the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, which is her ultimate goal. The section also included 4 other medalists in Visalia. Bakersfield's Angelica Leonis took second in the 111-pound division. Selma's senior Amber Quintana finished 4th, and Porterville's Sabrina Sandoval and Lemoore's Esperanza Cadena also placed 6th in their respective weight classes. And this weekend also had the Central Section Masters Tournament for the boys at Madera South High School, where 14 Valley wrestlers were crowned section champs. Clovis High won the team event overwhelmingly and qualified, get this, all 14 of its wrestlers onto state. And that state meet will be held next week, March 7th and 8th, at Rabobank Arena down in Bakersfield. Out of the 350 matches on the day, the most outstanding was by far Clovis West state-ranked number 2 Michael Knobloch versus number 1 Porterville's Mason Pingilly. Knobloch defeated Pingilly with an escape late in the third to ruin Pingilly's perfect season, drop him his first loss. Pingilly now with a record of 48-1. Stay tuned. We are talking soccer next. We'll be right back.
Imagine our nation without drunk driving. Mothers Against Drunk Driving can make it happen with your support. Help save lives with MADD's campaign to eliminate drunk driving. For details and donations, visit MADD.org or call 1-800-GET-MADD.
And welcome back. I am joined by the head boys soccer coach at Sierra Pacific High in his 5th year, Mr. Eric Barbosa. Eric, thanks for being with us today.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Now, this is in your 5th year, but this season came to an end thanks to Exeter in the quarterfinals. How did your season go? How did your team perform this year?
We performed well. Our goals were lofty, win every home game, win league, and ultimately win Valley. So we came up short a couple of those goals, but it was a success. 5th year, 5th program, 5th year program. So we're getting there.
Now, you guys came from the East Sequoia League, or you were in the East Sierra League. Now you're in the East Sequoia League. How's that transition been for you?
Soccer-wise, it's great. East Sierra League is a very tough soccer league. So when we transitioned to East Sequoia League, it was a fairly good transition. I mean, it's tougher league, tougher division, tougher teams. Lindsay's had back-to-back, championships, and then they went on to the Southern Regionals. So it's a great transition, and we're competing with these schools, so it's great for us.
Yeah, looking forward to next year. What's a couple kids that you got coming in, or who's going to be the breakout player for next year?
For next year, I got a couple guys. I got Solomon Salai. He's our junior this year, and he's going to be up there. He's getting recruited, so we're trying to get him out there, get him these soccer ID camps. We have a good young mix in there, but Solomon's going to be one of the great ones.
And now Eric's going to take on the role of our soccer analyst, break down the playoff situation that we just witnessed. 6 teams have won Valley Finals, 6 more to go because of the weather, postponed for later this week. Kind of talk about the final winners that we had. Some surprises like Sunnyside, ranked 7th in the boys. They won the championship. Kind of talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Sunnyside seated really low, in my opinion. They had a tough schedule. They're in a tough league, and it showed. They went in to beat Golden West, number 2 seed, and then they beat a number 3 seed in Reedley, and then cap it off with the 1 seed against Al Diamante. Great club, and they're probably going to make some noise in the Southern Regional. So big news for Sunnyside.
And how about Division III, South versus Fresno, a 9 seed versus a 6 seed? You thought there was a little discrepancy about Fresno?
Fresno, again, they're in a tough league. You know, they're with Sunnyside, and I think they were a little bit unappreciative with their. I mean, they have a great strength of schedule, the league that they're in, and it showed. I mean, they're vying for that D3 spot, and I believe they're going to take it.
Now in Division VI girls, Sierra Pacific, your home school, they won the Valley. Kind of talk a little bit about the team and the success they had this year.
Oh man, we've had success for the past 4 years. This has been their third straight Valley Championship game. This is our first ever section soccer championship, so it's big news for Coach Del Rey and his staff. Great players. The ladies work extremely hard every day, and they deserve it. You know, and we're proud of them.
Now, of the 6 games coming up later this week, we've got the 2 Division I games, Bullards versus the Buchanans. Give us a little bit of predictions and who you see coming out on top.
Division I for girls, I have Buchanan beating Bullard again for a 3rd straight year this year. They're just tough. Buchanan's really tough. They're going to make some noise in the Southern Regionals if they make it. For the boys side in Division IV, I got Kerman, another team that should have probably been ranked a little bit higher. They beat a good Lindsay squad on the road. Now they're going to face North Dakota League rival in Washington Union. I have Kerman winning Division IV crown as well.
All right. Now, we were talking before we came on about the parity of soccer. Division VI. You say you guys can compete with Division I. Is that true?
I wholeheartedly believe that Division VI soccer, Division V soccer can compete with Division I and II. It shows in the tournaments that all of us go to where, you know, we have a Farmersville or an Avenel beating a Central or a Clovis West and vice versa. I mean, it's just the parity in soccer is none other than the Valley.
In basketball, a team has success, they're quick to jump up to a new division. That doesn't happen in soccer.
That doesn't happen too much in soccer. I mean, we got to get that parity thing going just like basketball. It goes for good soccer for everybody. I mean, everyone wants to see the best, play the best, and hopefully we'll get there one day.
I've watched a lot of soccer this year, pretty much my first big year watching a lot of soccer. I got to say, I was impressed with the Central section. We have some players out there for sure. That's Mr. Eric Barboza, head coach of the boys at Sierra Pacific. We'll be right back with more right after this. And that's our show for today, folks. Thank you for being with us. As always, we want to tell your story. Please email us pictures, videos, and any stories that we need to know so we can help get it on the air. That's all we got for today. We'll see you next week. We're out, Fresno.